So for this, I would be doing third grade PE. For the unit, we'd be doing lacrosse. So I have here the rules of lacrosse. Which I have found online. The method I would be using is called the keyword method. So the keyword method shown here is you give the students unknown words that they might not be familiar with, and you give them a partial definition or an illustration of the activity or whatever you're doing. So for this, I would show them an illustration of the stick that's being used in lacrosse, how big the field is, so the stick, how big the field is, and then the goals and where they're placed. I became familiar with this. I found this strategy online. I had heard of this strategy before, but never used it in class. Why I would use this? I would use this strategy with younger kids because they might have never heard of this sport or game before and wouldn't know how to use the equipment. So they might not know what it looks like, how to use it safely, and the big thing with it is safety. We got to make sure we aren't having kids hurt each other or abusing the equipment in a way they shouldn't be. How I would integrate the strategy into the lesson is I would use this before we started the unit, since they might not know what the equipment looks like or how to use it. This would be a great way to show them without it in their hands. How this strategy would help the students, they would be able to see the equipment without having it in their hands. Younger kids are very go, 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 so their attention span is quick. You have to be quick with them, and if they have equipment in their hands, they aren't going to be paying attention to what you're saying to them. So they're going to be distracted easily, and they won't listen to what you're having to say, so they're going to end up using it unsafely. How I would assess this strategy, I would assess the strategy by watching the students use the equipment. I would, as they're practicing, look at them to see how they're using it in practice, if they're using it safely, if they're using it correctly, if they're doing what they're being told. Or another way I could assess is I could give them a short quiz the next day after we go over the equipment and how to play the rules, just to see if they remember what the equipment is and how to use it, basic rules of the game.